Meanwhile, we want to discuss really good things that are going to prepare you to go up in this company. And by the way, you don't need any time. Oh, there it is. There we are. Are you wearing headsets?
Yeah, yeah. Well, these little ones. So finally, oh my goodness.
Okay,
This on
okay.
my phone is going to be so
So
awkward.
I was not prepared
Hi,
for
everybody.
the because my phone is running short on battery, unfortunately. Okay. But we're going to try to say as much as possible until this dies. Okay, Sophia, you may begin. You may begin. Sophia has a lot to say. And look at us. Look at us. We are not wearing red. Don't kill us. What are we wearing? The
Blue.
VIP.
Everybody, what do you think about blue color?
Yeah. What do you think? Oh, she left again. No. Yes, so the new blue, a lot of consultants are talking about their classroom is going blue. But remember that it's Taiwan. It tends to be our Taiwan clients. That's why our classroom is blue. Now, another thing I wanted to point out, this is sent. This was sent from the company, VIP Junior. They tend to love that color, and some of us are wondering, is that going to be the new color? We don't know, so I don't want to give false expectations. But it's been used a lot. I've noticed a lot of changes within the company, and blue being this color coming out of nowhere between their company cards. I've seen it on WeChat, sneak peeks. But we love red. We love red. Red is passion. Red is power, as you know. So I don't think we will be getting rid of red anytime soon. Now, where did Sophia go? Okay, I'm going to add her again. Sophia, are you there? Are you listening? Are you there? Okay, okay, there she is. There she is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Don't want to interrupt you.
So as we were mentioning, blue seems to be a very popular color. We've been noticing some sneak peeks on WeChat, company cards, as we can say, changing to the color blue. And it's a nice blue. It's an aqua. It looks like an aqua or a teal. How do you guys
Yeah,
like it?
yeah. Well,
Do
like
you rather
teal
red
color.
or do you rather blue? You like blue too? I think we should just have all the colors available with the company's name for different days of the week. Okay, everyone. Is there a lag? Is there a lag? Can everyone hear us correctly? Or good? Hear us and see us good? Okay, Sophia, you may begin. I'll get carried away talking.
Okay, so at the beginning, I asked if everybody here is a consultant, and you already are, which is great. So it'll feel like a live training. We're going to be checking messages very nicely. So if you have any
Yes.
questions, we are very happy to answer all of your questions. Either we'll type a comment back or we'll just say it live. Um, yeah, where do you like the style? Good. Yeah, so definitely ask. We're talking mainly about how to get 10s. I think that's the main goal is we want to have 10s. We want our students to love us. And so maybe like we can, Lily, what do you think? We can give like one tip, sort of just to interact more.
Yes.
So I'll begin with something. I actually saw your lovely trolley of props right behind you. Can you show
Mhm.
that? Yeah, that's so cool. It's really nice. So that's definitely number one tip for getting 10. Sometimes, as teachers, we can be serious and focus on grammar and pronunciation and sentence structure and teaching vocabulary. We can be so focused that we can forget that kids don't appreciate that. They actually just want to play. And
Right.
what we need to know about 10s is the kids rate us most of the time. It's not really the parents rating us. Sometimes with the young kids, which are not very common, but the parents rate us. The kids rate us, so they'll leave us a 10 if they had fun and obviously learned something. So I'll just show you some of the props I've got. This is my good job teddy bear,
I love it.
and sometimes this teddy bear says good job when
I
the
saw it
student
on
did a good
Instagram.
job. Yeah, and then I also have lots of puppets. I'll show you a weird one, which I bought exactly a year ago. It matches my shirt now. It's because it's Easter, sort of Easter time. This was an weird Easter prop.
Almost
And
Easter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's been a year, and hello. So this
What
one,
is
it's
it?
called
A rhino.
exactly. It's a rhino with rabbit ears. It's hilarious to get kids to try and guess the animal. Hi. And it can move. You can see, you can move the hands. You can also move the mouth, which is very nice. And the kids call this one rhinabbit, like rhino and rabbit together. And um, sorry, Yokanya, yeah, you can watch this video afterwards. That's fine. Yeah.
Both.
Mike, definitely this is not how you get tens for adults.
Not
Don't
that
try this
one.
with
Not the
adults.
rhino. Not the rhino.
Not the rhino, no. This is definitely for kids. Yeah. Stick to being serious with adults. But yeah, maybe we can speak a little bit more about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd
so
love to.
use props.
Yes,
Use props. Teach the
tons.
material and use props. Don't be shy,
Hmm.
right? I'll speak a
Hmm.
little bit later about this one. But
Oh,
yeah.
where's the cousin? Where's the cousin? Brothers.
Tap.
The brothers.
I had a student with this toy today in my class. He had a blue shirt on, ironically. So
On this one.
yeah,
On this one. On this toy.
yeah. I'll show you a picture.
Oh.
The shirt was blue, and he had a
Hmm.
prop like that as
You
well.
see? There's some
So
changings going on.
Mike, Mikey only teach adults. Okay, we'll also throw in
We'll
some tips
speak
for
about
adults,
adults.
right?
We'll speak about adults. I
Yeah.
know Sophia is an expert for juniors. A lot of
I
she does a
I
lot of live
really love
trainings.
juniors.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay,
I see
over to
live
you,
trainings.
Lily.
I mean, I was gonna talk about you actually, but yes, Sophia does a lot of live trainings for juniors. How to teach with props, how to sing songs to juniors. It's crazy. You even did Manicam one, so she does a lot of. She's really good at Manicam. She even comes up in those photo shoots and those company emails. But yes, Mike, if you would like to pop in, maybe 10-15 minutes from now, you can definitely hear more about the adults towards the end. If not, you can watch it later. Hello, hello, new members joining. So I am going to speak a little bit about the juniors before. How to get 10s. Of course, this is how to get 10s. Our rating is the biggest factor at iTutor. And how do we maintain that rating high? We don't want to just be bare minimum 9.0 or 9.2, depending on what the contract says. Every position requires a different rating. So that's something else you want to keep in mind. If you want a secondary positions, your rating needs to go higher. And once you reach that high rating, you cannot let it drop or you will lose the position. So you are pressured to always be better and better every time. It will be easy eventually down the line. So yes, for the juniors, and to be honest with you, and just like Sophia said, the props are the number one. That's why we have so much training with props, rewards, and so forth. See, those trainings are very similar, but they all teach different things. TPR, and that's why you always see at the top, smile, smile, smile. Let's say you're an introvert, or maybe you're a serious person, or maybe you had a bad day, or you're fine falling asleep. It doesn't matter when the camera turns on, you have to smile. You have to give it all the last bit of energy you have. You want that 10. And ultimately, I always say the start of the class and the ending is the biggest ones. Because let's say in the middle of the class, the mood can kind of go down, depends. But always want to end it strong because that's that's the last impression that they'll receive from you. And when you, of course, when they're going to rate you, you have to ask them, how did you like it? Did you like the class? Give me 5. Give them 5 if you can see them. How was it? I always ask my students, did you like the class? Are you happy? What did you learn? And then they give me a recap what they learned. So it's very important to be in tune with the student, and of course ask them how they feel. If you see that they're falling asleep, make them stand up. If you see that they are not paying attention or you don't see them and you hear them clicking around, you want to step outside of the lesson plan and ask them, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, no. Just want to relate to them for a little bit until you get them back into, of course, the lesson plan. What do you think, Sophia?
Yeah, that's really good. Excellent. There was some study that I read. I don't know what it was in relation to, but we can use it for our classes. Basically, a person's memory recalls the start and the end of something.
Mm-hmm.
So generally,
Mm-hmm.
maybe try it out, but that's what the study showed. And if you have a really energetic and great beginning and a very happy feeling for the student, and then at the end, give lots of stars. Here's my little star thing. Give lots of stars and say, what a good job you did today. And sometimes if something went wrong during the class, you know, sometimes new teachers would start teaching and maybe they've never taught before and they felt like something didn't go as well as maybe they didn't know something or they weren't familiar with the material. Something could have gone wrong, but it doesn't matter. Just make your ending great and a very energetic feeling. Um, Maybe I can just briefly mention what helped me with getting ratings, better ratings. And everybody's always surprised that I also had bad ratings. Didn't always just have 10s. I still don't always just have 10s. I think it's impossible. So what really helped me, and I'm going to say it because maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, I would be scared of me saying this or thinking this, but give it your best in every class. Like give 120%, like it's the only class you're teaching and like it's the only thing you want to do in the world. It's just be in front of this kid on camera, teaching this kid, being excited about English, because teachers that show their passion for English will have students have passion for English. And if they see that excitement and that love, then they're so happy to learn and do anything in the class. So give it 110%, and it might require more energy. You might feel more tired, but you get better ratings.
It's
You
worth
get
it.
better pay as well. So it's working. And before that, I must say, I didn't used to give my 110. I would give like maybe a 90 or even 100, but I think it's not enough. You need to just go over the top with kids, do everything. A bit of props, a bit of, well, a lot of encouragement, some spontaneous things, corrections. So definitely that helped me a lot. Yeah.
That's right.
I'm just seeing a message from Kai. I've noticed my average rating is higher if I work to get ratings, only from 45-minute sessions.
Yes.
Okay, so you mean your 40. Okay, Lily, you can
No,
answer that.
no. Finish answering. Finish answering. That was good tips. Good tips. We want to hear all the tips. Remember, Sophia's been here for quite some time. What is it? 3 years almost, or already 3 years?
Going on 3.5.
It's
Yeah.
a long time. You see a lot of
So
changes.
yeah, there are teachers that have been with us for like 11, 12 years that I've heard. That's even crazy to think
Yes.
about that.
Yes,
Um,
definitely. Do I go? Do you go? Okay.
I just don't want to miss this comment. So, do you
Mhm.
mean, Kai, do you mean that your adult ratings are better, or 45-minute classes with kids are always better than 25-minute classes with kids? What do you mean by that? Maybe you can let me know in the chat. Lots of consecutive classes. Yeah, you
Yes.
mean you get maybe tired. Yeah, you get a bit of a better break.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you have the half an hour booking function available, use it. You
Mm-hmm.
need some time that you don't have headset on your
Mm-hmm.
ears.
Oh yeah. Yes. It
So,
hurt. I bought new
yeah,
headsets and I actually went back to my old headsets. So I bought the MPAL. It was
really.
really comfortable and a cushion, but it blocked all the noise and I feel like it sucked into my ear that my ear couldn't breathe. So I went back to the Logitech. It's actually cheaper and I could hear everything around me, but it's too much going on for on and on hours. So definitely, what Sophia mentioned, I do recommend breaks. What I do personally is that I schedule myself mornings. I am an Eastern, so it's different for me. Usually the mornings are peak hours, and then at around 10 o'clock, I pause 30 minutes, do a 30-minute break for breakfast, and I continue to 2 o'clock, 2:30, and then I have lunch at that time. So it could be a 6 hours ongoing, and I just do a pause, a 30-minute pause just in the middle, and then Sometimes, Sophia, I think the most I've done was 6.5. But then I realized that I couldn't speak for 2 days. So then I said, you know what? 4 hours and a half, so forth, because it's a lot of our voice is being used a lot. We don't even realize it. Actually, I like
Exactly.
Sophia's time better. I like your time better. Eastern, we're 12 hours
True.
apart. Yeah, you're closer.
I sleep till like 10 o'clock, hey? It's really bad. I sleep till 10, I wake up, and then I teach in the afternoon, but then I'll teach like until 5 p.m. and I'll still do live training on the system, sort of my 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. So I'll
That's
be
a
teaching pretty much all day, but at
lot.
least I don't have to wake up early. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thankfully, get the mornings. I don't get the mornings, but I finish earlier, so that's a pro, I guess. The way you want to see it is if you are a sleeper, and you don't want to wake up early, there are different hours available, so it does not have to be early. Just so you know, depending on the time zone, we have morning, evening, afternoon. So it depends. But yes, I can tell you, 3 hours back to back is good. But if you extend it, just see where you can. Where's your limit? Don't overdo it, because then you'll miss maybe the next day or two, or maybe your voice, it's rough. You can't speak because it won't be the same. So don't overdo it.
I
So,
agree.
so if you get a 8 on a 25 minute session, you don't get extra pay, but risk lower your average rating. So actually, Kai, remember that everyone's agreement is different. If you are on a non-fixed rate, yes, the ratings do depend on the pay. And if you're on a fixed rate, whatever ratings you get, the pay will be the same. But remember, no matter if you're fixed or non-fixed, at the end of the day, if your rating drops, it's equal for everyone. So you have to keep that rating, even if it's less pay or not, because ultimately it is your account that's going to be held liable. You're up at 3
I
a.m.
think I think Kai's is fixed. You mentioned you're fixed on the 25-minute session. Yeah. So you're still gonna try and be
Mm-hmm.
motivated. I can't actually
Mm-hmm.
imagine. I'll be honest, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
on fixed pay. I'm very happy that I'm not on fixed pay because I'll get the maximum out of it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really nice to have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say I don't actually know how I would do if my sessions were fixed. Maybe I wouldn't give it 110% then. So
Mm-hmm.
my best advice is just try and give it 110 because, like you said, that does affect your average for your
Yes.
25 for all your sessions, right?
I always say that your
Your average
ratings is your
time.
credit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I see it. Your ratings is your credit. So the faster that you can get your rating up high, it's okay, Eric. Hello and welcome. The better opportunities you'll have sooner. So if ultimately, like Sophia said at the beginning, maybe my ratings weren't that good. Mine's either. I always mentioned that my ratings weren't that good. I think I dropped to an 8 at a point in my life. I think this is like a news flash. Yeah, I think I freaked out. I dropped to an 8, but then the next week it went up, and I had 5 out of 6 absences once upon a time. So I just want to let everyone know everything is possible. So having low ratings and all of that absences is very scary. You feel like you're on a thread, and everything's ending. But then, surprisingly, I don't have any absences anymore. My ratings are very high. So it just depends how much you give it. Like Sophia said, give it your 100%, because if you don't, especially coming new, that you might not understand this 100%, and you will not give it 100%. So check your dashboard and try to compete with yourself every day to lower that number and
Mm,
have it on a zero percentage. Try to get it as low as
yeah.
possible.
Yeah, I just want to answer Amanda's question. So, if a student is in a bad mood and rates you lower, okay. I had a student that was
Mm-hmm.
literally sobbing and crying in my class. Um, was quite an interesting one because he was so upset. So I would try to get a bit personal with the student, sort of be like a mom, or caring teacher, what's wrong, and even if the student's language is limited, like he's level 1 or level 2, level 3, just give him some
Mm-hmm.
scenarios. Did your mom hit you? School, bad mark at school, what happens, I would really try and get personal. If they're not in a bad mood, not in a good mood, I would also try and make the lesson lighter. Sometimes I think, also speaking from experience, you get stuck on material as like your goal. Yes, it is your goal. It's also the student's goal. But it's so important to actually sway from the material at times, do something crazy and fun, and bring up a fun puppet and have a toy talk.
I
Do
love it.
something crazy, maybe sing a song. Um, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, just something silly like that, and see what works for them. Ask them about their interests. Maybe, do you like dogs? Do you like cats? Do you like drawing? If students like drawing, I would go like, oh, let's draw. Maybe open a page for them. Can you draw a panda? I always make them copy this panda nowadays because it's such an easy one to draw, and then it's just such a relaxing exercise that kind of like a nice icebreaker into the class. So definitely that is what I would suggest.
Yes. I had a student, now that you mentioned it, don't mean your lesson plan is your goal, but definitely what you want to go ahead and focus is, of course, making the student happy, getting together the material, the most important part. So I actually had a student today that came in. It was a 45-minute session, and I thought it was an adult, but sometimes you can have juniors or older teens in 45 minutes, or even VIP clients. I've noticed even little ones, 3 kids in 45 minutes. He told me, teacher, I know it's 45 minutes, but I have to leave in 20 minutes, not even 25. So he said, I need to leave in 20 minutes, whatever we can get done. He was older, he was 16. And I said, okay, I understand if you have to leave in 20 minutes, I will get as much possible done. So I kind of focused on finishing, covering everything, but skimming and seeing what's important. I had him read vocabs. I had him go ahead and I think it's match the words to the definition. I had him read a story. I had him give me suggestions. So we spoke a little bit about it, stepped outside of the lesson plan. So we didn't actually, we covered everything without having to, as Sophia said, read word by word and extending. So I actually did a 45-minute class in 20 minutes just because the student said, I have to leave and I couldn't do anything about it. I said, let's go. Let's learn as much as we can in 20 minutes. So it all depends. As Sophia mentioned, it all depends. But just your goal is, of course, basically getting output, even if it's not 100%, 50%, 60%, getting some output of the student, knowing that they understood what you taught. That is definitely the goal. What do you
Yeah,
think, Sophia?
absolutely. Very, very well said. Yeah. I just want to say to everybody, I know like quite a lot are joining. I'm so happy. This is my first live in this group. Okay. So just let you know, please stick around till the end. I don't think I don't think you want to miss this because everybody, I have like a little bit of a surprise at the end. Hopefully it's a surprise.
I don't even
So
know.
just stick around till the end. Yeah, Lily doesn't even know what it is. It
I'm
was
excited.
actually such a spontaneous thing. So I was gonna let you know. But yeah, we're going to finish in about half an hour. Half an hour? Is that right? Or in about
Actually,
10 minutes? Is it 10 minutes?
we'll extend it to maybe 15 minutes, maybe 15 more minutes, give a little bit more. So maybe towards the end, you're going to say your surprise?
Yeah.
Everybody, we're
Yeah.
getting a free a free trip to China. She hasn't said anything, but she's inviting all the who's ever joined us.
I wish.
That would be
All right,
that.
I want to quickly, so many questions. I just want to
Yes.
very quickly just cover two, and then you can do the rest, Lily, if you don't mind.
Yes, please.
So the one where the person scribbles, the kid, oh, it's I won't deny it. It's irritating when they do that, but sometimes you got to go a little bit crazy and play along with them. If you show irritation, sometimes, yeah, there's a language barrier. You can't be their mom and slap them, you know. So sometimes do something silly like that, you know, grab a pencil, you know, scribble over the board yourself, you know, do something crazy. You know, it's like they say, you know, what if a student shouts in class? You just shout back at them, because they'll get such a surprise that you you are mimicking them. There's a strategy. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a psychological strategy where you mimicking them, and then they realize, oh, their behavior is ugly. They're actually ugly.
Yes.
You know, like teachers wouldn't scribble, right? And then you go and scribble. So that's for Amanda. When you do, oh, and parents, yeah, let's touch on that. It's a big subject. We could have a whole live training on parents. But I would say play along with parents when they're in the classroom, even if they're shouting at kids. Sometimes they speak, you know, the tones, the Chinese tones. It sounds like shouting, you know. But you know, if they are shouting or not, still I would say play around. I mean, play along with the parents. So, for example, they want the student to repeat after you and they shout, no, say it like this: the dog is brown, the dog is brown. So, you kind of be sterner in this class and more serious. Also, I think if you see the parent is strict, try and be stricter as well. Still be the happy teacher that at least you're not shouting at them, because then the child will go mad. So still smile on your face, yeah, but maybe ask a little bit more than you would without the parent. And then the parent will like that, because sometimes they feel we are maybe too soft. So I would strict up a bit.
Oh, okay. I see Eric's response. Okay. What do you think about that, Sophia?
I didn't read it. Corrected a parent in class. She kept trying to help her kid say purple, but she kept saying it wrong. Yeah, no, I would do that. Absolutely. If they say people, I go purple. But yeah, I would do that, but not to the parents, but I would still say it correctly for the students. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, shouting so loud.
I actually
Oh yeah,
wanted
go for it.
to point out a little bit of adults because I do know that we had some watching for it. And then eventually, who can't watch can always tune in. For the adults, to be honest with you, I think that's my strength. I don't know. I know you love juniors. Adults seem to be my strength. I love juniors more. Let me just rephrase that. I love teaching kids more than adults. But I noticed that I do better with adults. So I think that tips for me to you would be definitely with the adults at the beginning of the class. You want to, oh, like everyone, you want to bond with the adults. They usually say good morning or good evening. For me, it's backwards, so I automatically joke and say, well, it's bedtime for me, or it's morning and it's bedtime for you. So I try to just go in and break the ice, let them ask him, thank you for coming, thank you for your time. I always let them know that hello, whoever does say hello to me, I always introduce. And of course, we want to ask a little bit, how's your day going? Did you have work? Did you not work? Are you home? Did you take kids to school? So we have a moment, maybe about 4 minutes talking, depending how many students you have. And I noticed that the beginning is very important because that's the first impression. The first impression is the best impression. Afterwards, I always say with the adults, I don't even focus on the ending of rating. I don't even say, please rate me or your feedback is appreciated. I don't even get to say that. But at the end of the class, I always wrap up with, do you have any questions? I will say extra time for you. Class is over. Whoever would like to leave is free to leave. And who has questions? And I always want to make sure that, of course, that everyone that had questions or were not able to express themselves throughout class gets to do so towards the end. So that always works. And in between classes, I have everyone participate. So I don't have a person reading maybe a line and the next line. I just kind of throw questions and ask or have free talk. Who would like to participate? Everyone becomes shy. And then I then go ahead and then, of course, see who to put the spotlight on, who's speaking more, and then that's who I'll go to. I don't want to focus on the shyer one, the one that's scared to speak. And then I'll have them help each other out. So that helps a lot too. So my tips to adults is repeat things, repeat it slowly, and let them speak and write down what you're speaking. So if you cannot write what you're speaking, then you're speaking too fast. And that's my tip to you. So if you're unless you're a really fast typer, but if you're able to write it down, then you are speaking at a good pace.
Yeah, very good. Very good advice. Okay, I'll quickly do Eric's one. So
Mm-hmm.
I always say this in my life training. Often I would suggest everybody, I know this is Facebook Live training, it's also awesome, but for everybody that's a consultant at our tutor group, please attend live training. In my
Yes.
time, I've attended so many different live trainings. It's built me up. It's made me understand what our tutor group's about. What do they want? What do the majority want? If you can please the majority, got it in the bag.
Yes.
So one of the trainings mentions time management, and that's sort of Eric's problem with too much reading. What do you do if there's too much reading? So you can either just teach the student the keywords, highlight the keywords, teach them the keywords. You can do something sneaky that I do. Sometimes I create a square that's like colored in white, sort of the color of the material, and I just paste it over part of the material. It's a psychological thing because they don't see it now, they don't know it's there, and they won't think I didn't finish material. But I cut a lot of reading because they do want talking. Adults want talking a lot. High level students want talking a lot, and some material is heavy in reading. You don't have to let them read everything. You can maybe read a page. You can just let them read the keywords or the main sentences. As long as the main objective is covered, that's the main thing. So you don't have to worry about, oh, okay, we got to get through this reading. All right, I'll read the introduction for you. You practice listening. Okay, these are the keywords. Let's just read these, or these are the new vocabulary words or phrases.
That's right. Sophia, I like how you mentioned that they want to speak, and that is so true because more than anything, even the subject itself might not interest them, and they end up speaking. And sometimes they end up speaking about something not relevant to the subject, which we try to focus back on what we're trying to teach.
Yeah.
But I can't lie and not say, I had a student that I was not speaking. He was speaking throughout the whole class. So I was asking him questions and he was talking and talking, first time in my life. And he said to me, I just want to learn how to communicate with my friends in college because now he said he's in Los Angeles. So I taught a student from Los Angeles. He's originally from Taiwan. And the whole 45 minutes, we spoke about how he needs to basically how to interact with Americans. That was the truth. Our class had something to do with it, with communication, so it ended up blending in. But we completely stepped out of the lesson plan, and I taught him holidays in the U.S., things to focus on, such as the 4th of July, what we celebrate, and things that Americans do, grab dinner, what to brunch, and we did other things. So it's always good to, if you have a student, an adult, maybe requesting something, try to blend it in a way with your lesson plan to satisfy them, please them. At the end of the day, you will get that 10, ultimately, if your student is happy.
Very good. I agree. Excellent. Good job.
It was
wow.
Yeah.
I think all of us have had that student that can totally lead and take over, and then you're just stressed about the time. But some students, but as long as they cover the main objective, they don't even worry too much about material. But you can cover every single page, but not every single word on that page.
Exactly.
So in their mind, they've covered it. They know we're talking about zoo animals, for example, but they haven't learned all the 20 new animals. They've just learned about 15, which is still fine.
Exactly. The basic. So we have questions here. Do we have questions? So we've answered them.
Web loves reading. They love to read. Hi, everybody. Thanks again for joining. I won't take too much of your time, but if you do have any more questions, new haircut, yes. Hi, Emil. Yes, it is a new haircut. That's right. You noticed. It's shorter. Thank you so much. All right. So if anybody's got questions still, I'm very happy to answer. I think we do need to do another live training because it's not really a quick one to explain how to get 10s, but the bottom line is props, be happy, give your best, and treat your students with love and passion. Show them the passion for English. That would be my top advice. But if nobody's got questions, I will I will end the meeting by telling you something, just checking all the messages. Okay, everybody's joining. All right, it's on my side now, so I can give a wave. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so Lily, I can send a request, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, nice. I don't feel all alone. There you go. Lily, I sent you a request now, so you can join.
Okay.
Oh,
No headset, so maybe you cannot hear me clearly. No?
I think there's a bit of it, then I'll just end afterwards.
Okay. So, to say, if anyone has questions, now is the time. We have really high ratings, Sophia and I, and we'll be happy to share tips with you. As we have actually, Sophia's give great tips, and we just want to make sure. Thank you, Eric. We want to make sure that everyone excels, because if you have high ratings, you can actually opt in for extra classes, virtual classes that I tutor, secondary positions, lesson plan writer. So all that has to do with ratings. Everything they look at, the main goal is the rating more than anything. Of course, attendance. But if you want any other tips, or you need any other tips, what are you struggling in? Time management, anything, it's time now before you wrap up. And of course, sorry with my echo, I'm not going to talk. Sophia's going to guide. Eric, secondary positions consist of lesson plan writing, if you want to become a writer at iTutorGroup. Writing material, that's extra pay. It's actually good for you, for your resume, for the future. And of course, imagine having your own information taught by us. That's amazing. The lesson plan writer is one. Virtual classes, we call them VC virtual classes. They are great because you get to teach a group of students, usually they're the lower kids, in their actual classroom. In China, with a teacher assistant there, usually parents join in. It could be a large group, and you come on in the overhead projector, so you come on a big screen, and then you can teach up from 2 years old to usually they're little kids. And those are done in morning Beijing, because those are usually kindergartners or less. Another position would be recruiting. If that's something you're interested in, recruiting is a good source, because we're always needing people. We're always needing new consultants. We are 30,000 now, and we are continuing to grow. That's why the demo team is high demand, because we are growing, everyone. And all this is extra pay. Everyone, I want to let you know that all of that is extra pay. Just tune in to see what the secondary positions are, and know that there's a lot more room to grow in the company. I do want to point something out as well. If, for example, if you have been trying to reach the new comm center and you have not received responses, an alternative source is look at the email addresses that usually, I'm sure Sophia has up on her page. They're up on the iTutor pages. The direct contact, even in the consultant portal, there's direct contact email addresses, just in case. The new comm center will directly send you to them, but sometimes they're flooded with messages, so bear with them and contact the person that you are trying, if it's recruiting, if it's quality education, if it's the demo team. And TutorChat will always be there to help you as well. Between PMIT, they always guide you to the correct email in case if you don't know, just in case the comm center isn't working for you at the moment. So Sophia, everybody's anxiously waiting. Everyone, I don't think it's a ticket to China. I just want to point out, everyone's joining, like, I want the ticket, because I want it too. But it's almost as good. I know, maybe it's better. What is it? Sophia's getting married, everyone. Newsflash.
Okay, so everybody, I will end this meeting. Well, I'll bring Lily back, and then we'll everything with a little announcement. I would like to do a giveaway, and this is for one lucky teacher. Okay, not teacher rep, because they already have these things, and I happen to have 2 of these things. So I really want to do a giveaway. and it's going to include sort of boosting my YouTube channel and my Instagram following. So maybe I'll give a few, maybe I'll make an announcement, more of a written announcement of what it will include, but it will include subscribing to my YouTube channel and also following me on Instagram. And the prize is, maybe you can guess what the prize is. Okay. So I've got two of these. One I got quite a while back, and this is not brand new, but this one is brand new. So I would like this to be as a prize giveaway. I know everybody likes these little Oxfords, and everybody wants to have these. The kids get these as prizes as well. So a student I taught today had an Oxford, so the name is Oxford, so an ox, Oxford the ox. And I would like to give this to one lucky teacher that could win this prize, and I will send it, I will email it, and yeah, so I think the competition will run for like about a month, maybe till early May sometime. So, yay, cool. Unfortunately, I only have one. I have to keep the other. But I really want someone else to have this. I think it's not fair that I have two and everybody is really wanting this. So I am very new to Instagram, and I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel. So it'll probably include subscribing and commenting and then following on Instagram. I will just write down the names I have, and if you do more actions, I will write your name again, so it's like having more chances. You don't want to just put your name in once, and then I will just pull a name out, and yeah. Okay, hi, everybody's just joined as well. We are sort of just finishing up, so hello everybody. Did I have to repeat this quickly, or did you catch me? Yeah, so this cute little ox can be yours, and I will post it to you, and I think it's cute. I wish I had more of these to give away. Really, I would. Maybe I can think of a second and third prize, but anything that I've got, you've got as well. I'm sure you can get it online. So yeah, but that was my little announcement that I wanted to make. So if anybody's interested, welcome to give it a try, and yeah, hopefully it will be you. And you have to be an iTutorGroup teacher to participate. Maybe if you're applying and going through onboards, yeah, you can also do this, or you just like this. But I think iTutorGroup teachers really find these very nice to teach and to interact with kids, because everything is sort of stylized to this ox and then this lion, so they're familiar with these characters. Yeah, and then yeah, the star rewards is to actually build that character up. Okay, I'm gonna put Lily back on, and we're going to conclude the live training. Let me just see this. Do you want to send me a request, Lily? That was so much better saying that without the echo. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. If I get an echo in class, I literally cannot teach. There we go. You should be on. Have a look. Hi, Angie. Nice seeing you. Hi, everybody that's joined. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, so I've just added you. There we go. You're coming. You're being added. Wow. You need to just click accept thing. There we go.
Was exciting. Exciting. Where's the confetti? I need Manny Cam filters over here.
Oh no!
I was screaming as you were promoting that. That's amazing. Everyone, Sophia just got that today. She was excited. She went to get it, no matter what. Were you the last one to share it.
They
Yes, yes. So now, as you know, thank God for Sophia. She is going to give away this amazing, cute thing everybody loves. So make sure that you join. What are the rules? What are the rules? Everyone, we want to thank you so much for coming. We want to thank Sophia for this amazing, amazing surprise that everyone loved. There was only a few given out, so I know there's thousands of us. There's not many of these, so congratulations to the one that's going to get it. It is Destiny. Subscribe, follow her on Instagram, follow her on YouTube, and make sure you comment, let her know that you're following. Don't follow and unfollow. It's worth it. She has amazing content and amazing Instagram, and she is building. Her YouTube is actually really good. She has examples of classes that she has for juniors. I suggest you're going to watch and you're going to learn from that as well. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, everyone who joined today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night.
Thank you for joining, everybody.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Bye-bye. Bye.